This video is brought to you in proud partnership between the following. From Ypsilanti, Michigan, we are back. Once again, this is Stephen Cleveland, your Communications Committee volunteer, and I have schlepped my portable studio up to the offices of the wonderful Alicia Lawrence, the manager of Crew Resources. What's going on, Alicia?
Hi, not much. Just enjoying the last bit of summer.
Right, we saw each other only a couple months ago. What was it, June?
I think so.
Where we did
Start of summer.
Yeah, we did the Astro videos, and we also did the fundamentals or the basics on how to bid. Well, today we are going to tackle vacation bidding, and I gotta say, you know, with the time that I spend on the line talking to some of the pilots, even kind of the more senior guys are, I guess they're intimidated. Although they're gonna want to kill me if they hear me say that they're intimidated by anything. But you know, it can be a little bit tricky, especially if you're kind of new to Kalitta Air and you have 2 weeks of vacation and your seniority. You're not sure if you want to take those 2 weeks of vacation together, but your seniority just can't hold those 2 weeks together unless you bid a million bids or something like that. So we're going to break this video series into a 3-part series. The first video here is going to be about the documents. By this time, Alicia has emailed out the 2025 vacation bid package, and these videos are going to help you find your way through that, get either the bid that you want, and then there's a couple other options that we can do with our vacation, which we're also going to discuss. Alicia, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm kind of going to surrender the microphone over to you, although that might not be too wise. but no, I'm going to surrender the microphone over to you, and let's go over some of these documents, and we'll get the pilot group familiar with how to bid vacation.
Well, thank you for coming up and doing this, first of all.
Thank you for inviting me.
I think that, as you said, vacation is something that even the most senior people, I get questions every single year on how to bid. So hopefully with some visuals and us talking, that will help. So the first document that you see on the screen is literally how to use the vacation bid.
Okay, all right.
We tried to do our best, and I've walked through this with the developer of the bidding program. We tried to do our best to step by step make it as simple as possible. So I thought it would be good just to go through this document, and then a little later on, we will actually show you how to bid with a mock bid, so to speak.
Okay. Yep. Sounds good.
You're going to submit your annual vacation bid on the same website that you would submit your monthly bid on.
And we're going to show that later. Yep.
Yes, so we'll show that later. The first thing that you have to do when you open the vacation bid is choose the number of weeks that you are bidding for that year. So that is going to be in the one in this picture here, step 1.
Okay, yep. And this kind of goes over the and/or scenario, which I kind of covered with you earlier that I want to discuss.
Yes,
but yeah.
we can discuss that shortly.
Right.
Then the or of that would be whether or not you're going to bank or possibly sell your vacation.
Bid, bank, or sell.
Bid,
That's right.
bank, or sell.
Right.
So that's what you have to decide first.
That's right. And so what we're actually also going to do, we're going to look at real quick how vacation is accrued and go over a scenario, especially for people in their first year. Yeah. Alicia, what can you tell me about guys that are here and gals that are here for their year 1 through 4?
So 1 through 4, you're going to accrue 14 days per year. So or 2 weeks.
Right. Okay. All right. And then after year 4, you go into year 5 and beyond. What's that?
21 days or 3 weeks per year.
Okay. They get 3 weeks per year. Okay.
So when you are bidding your annual vacation bid, those are the numbers of weeks that you are going to bid in the primary vacation bid.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So once you decide what you're going to do, whether you're going, let's say you are a 2-year first officer, so you are accruing 2 weeks. Maybe you are going to bid 1 week and then bank 1 week. Once you make that decision, you're going to enter your choices in 1, 2, and 3 in this picture right here. One of the biggest challenges is that the pilots forget to hit this submit button for the first time.
Oh, I see. Yeah. There's a secret submit button.
Submit button. You have to hit this submit button in the green area, shaded area, after you elect your choices of bidding or banking.
All right. Muy importante.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Very, very important.
Okay.
Once you hit that submit button, your available boxes to put your bid choices will appear.
Okay, yeah, I think this is the part where it starts to get confusing for guys like me.
Yes.
Okay.
So as you'll notice, hopefully this is a good visual as we're talking through it.
I'll zoom in really close on it.
When you first open your bid, all of this is blank, right? You can't enter anything. Once you hit submit, all of this will populate. You'll get the empty boxes.
Okay.
This is where you're going to enter your choices. Now, you can either enter 1 week per choice or multiple weeks per choice. We have changed it so it is up to you on what you are comfortable in submitting the bid.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And we'll walk through that a little bit later. Like I said, we're going to do a mock bid.
Okay.
If for some reason you would want to get paid out in lieu of your vacation, there is a file attached to the bid package. So here is an example of the cash in lieu for 2025. Again, this will be attached to the email when I send out the vacation bid package, but it can also be found on Comply 365. It is important to note that you can only make this election while the bid for vacation is open.
That's right. In what? So it's going to be October 1st until when?
So the vacation bid will actually open the day that I send the email out, or
maybe even before then.
Even before, possibly. No later than October 1st is when it opens, and it closes on the 31st of October.
Okay. All right.
So if you want paid for your 2025 vacation, you have to fill this form out before October 31st of 2024. So at this point, you have filled out your primary vacation bid.
Okay.
And again, we're going to do the mock bid later. Then if you have additional weeks that you're requesting, therefore you maybe banked your 2024 vacation. You decided, I'm going to work really hard in 2024. I'm going to keep my 2 weeks in my bank. That rolls over.
Okay.
You now can elect to bid those vacation weeks in
this is
2025.
where this comes in. All right.
Yes. So you're going to fill out how many weeks you have. So in this example, the pilot had 2 weeks, and you're going to enter your choices just like you would a normal vacation bid.
Okay.
So in recap, this shows that this pilot is bidding 2 weeks. They're not banking. They submitted their choices for their 2 week for 2025,
Okay.
and then also for 2 weeks of additional. So this pilot is actually bidding for 4 weeks of vacation in 2025.
Okay. All right. And I don't know if you mentioned it earlier, this is essentially the instructional PDF that's going to come with the email?
Yes,
Okay, all right.
exactly.
Okay.
And then we tried to just go through and talk about some typical questions that we get.
Okay.
For example, in the screenshot below, choice 1 and 2 have 2 weeks on each choice. What you have to remember here is, like in this first example, their choice was week 1 and 3. So if week 1 and 3 are available, you'll be awarded both of those weeks. If any of those weeks are not available, then the system will look at your second choice, which would be choice 23 and 25.
Okay.
At that point, you would get those weeks if that was available.
All right.
In either case, putting both weeks in a single choice is indicating that you want both of those weeks. And if you can't get both of those weeks, then it's going to move to your next choice.
Okay. So this is really how you can guarantee either getting 2 weeks together or no weeks at all.
Correct.
All right.
And then in this example, also the pilot put after their first two choices of 2 weeks together, then they split them up. So at this point, if you didn't hold choice 1 or choice 2, the system would look and say, okay, can they hold choice 3? Yes. And then can they hold choice 4? Yes.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, if you're not as worried necessarily as maybe having 2 weeks off in 1 month and you just want, like 1 week off in June and 1 week off in November, maybe enter your choices individually to make sure. But it also is a little bit more strategic because the system, if you entered like week 28 and 29, you could end up with 2 weeks in 1 month.
Okay.
You do have to look at it from a strategic standpoint also.
Okay. All right.
Again, just remember that if you're putting the commas in, if you're putting more than 1 week on a choice, you have to be able to hold all of those weeks in that choice.
Right. Or you won't get the bid at all.
Or you won't get it at all. We did update the system this year because last year we had several people who put the actual calendar dates as their choices. There is a pop-up now.
Pilots.
If you try to do that, it will stop you and tell you that you can not do that.
It was happening too often, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We also put this email bids box. So normally once you hit submit at the end of the bid, you will get an email copy. We have noticed with the update to Microsoft 365 about 6 months ago, some of the email addresses aren't going out automatically. So you can always hit the email bid and you will get a copy of your, your bid.
The manual version of it.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So this is another example of the pilot just is entering 1 week per choice.
Okay.
At this point, the system would just go through. They're still bidding for 2 weeks. The system will go through, and whatever the first 2 weeks they can hold, it will award in that order. So the next document that will be in the vacation bid package is the available week. Again, this is set up similar to our bid list. It's all one file. The 747-400 pilots are the first tab. The 777 pilots are the second tab. It is set up by week and then the number of positions that are open for that week. Our vacation weeks run from Sunday to Saturday.
Right.
So they are not necessarily like just because this is 2025, the first Sunday of 2025 is on the 5th. So that would be the first week of 2025 vacation.
Okay. All right.
And then this just goes through the whole year. So you can look and see how many spots are open for each week. And then the other document is just the basic memo that I'm sure everyone will read saying that the vacation bid is open. Vacations run from Sunday to Saturday. You can bid for 2 weeks if you've been here 1 through 4 years, 3 weeks, 5 years. Also, it explains the selling your vacation, that if you want the cash in lieu of, you have to fill that out either in the PDF that we sent or the Comply 365. I really encourage pilots to use the Comply 365 because that goes directly to payroll right away. And you don't have to wait for someone to forward payroll.
Right, instead of printing out a cash and loan form, filling it out, scanning it, emailing it back, hop on Comply 365, find it in there, and send it in that way.
Yes, exactly. And then just a reminder, I think we said this before, but if you're selling all of your 2025 vacation or you are banking all of your 2025 vacation, you do not have to submit a primary bid. You're only submitting a primary bid if you are wanting to bid vacation in 2025.
Okay.
Right. And then there is a little calendar of the vacation weeks in case you don't want to scroll through that document that shows all of the...
With the associated number.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. That's
we
key.
try to make it easy.
Yeah, that's key.
We can.
All right, okay.
And I think that's it. That's all that comes in the vacation bid package.
Okay. I guess we'll hop into the next video. Should we like mock up a bid with my app portal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do that, and then we'll talk about some more options that you have in this coming video, and then we'll call it a wrap after that.
Awesome.
This is gonna be a
Sounds
short day.
good.
All right.